Hi students, in this tutorial I want to talk about string interpolation in C#. So now at the top just click on File and then New and then click on Project. File, New Project. So here I choose Templates, Visual C#. It's very important that you actually select Visual C#, Windows, and then here you can actually select Console Application. So you can specify the name. So the name is going to be string interpolation, and the location you can specify the location here and the solution name. So just click on OK. So now it's gonna actually create the project for us. So let's wait a little bit here. So here, as you can see, our project is ready. So we have this namespace string interpolation. So this is the name of our project. So you can see that we are now inside the curly braces of this namespace. So we have this class. The name of the class is program. So I actually showed you how you can actually change the name of the program. So you can actually click on view and then click on Solution Explorer in order to actually open this window here. And then you can actually rename this program name here. And inside this class program, we have this method main. I told you that this method is actually the starting point of our application. So inside this main method, now I want to actually create a variable. So what is a variable? A variable is actually a placeholder for data. So for example, we can actually hold some data inside a variable, and later in our program, we can access that data by just referring to the name of that variable, right? So let me show you a variable here. I'll talk more about variables later. For now, I just want to create a simple variable. So first of all, in order to create a variable, you must actually specify the data type of that variable. So what is going to be the type of the data that you want to actually hold? So we want to actually hold a string value. So I just need to actually type in here string. So string is actually a type, right? And after that, you actually specified the type of your variable. You need to specify the name of your variable so that you can actually later refer to the name of your variable in order to access the data that you have actually assigned to your variable. So the name of my variable is going to be, for example, computer name. So here we actually declared a variable, and the data type of our variable is string, and the name is computer name. So now I want to initialize this variable. I want to assign a value to this variable so that this variable is going to actually hold a data. So I put an assignment operator here. So look at this operator here. This is not an equal operator. This is an assignment operator, and this means that whatever we put on the right hand side of this operator, whatever I put at the right hand side of this operator is going to be assigned to the left hand side of this operator. So for example, in order to create a string literal, a string value, actually we must put two double quotes here. And as you can see, this is our actually string literal, and I can actually, so now it is actually empty, right? So here I can say, for example, iMac. So this is the name, this is the string value that I put inside the quotes. So this is called string literal or string value that we assigned to this variable of type string. So in order to create a string value, you must actually put two quotes, and inside the quotes you can actually put whatever value, whatever name that you want. And we always must put a semicolon at the end of our statement. So here in line number 14, we created a variable of type string. The name of our variable is computer name, and we assigned this value to this computer name variable. So we assigned whatever that we have at the right hand side of this operator to the left hand side of this operator. So this is not an equal operator. And now I can actually print this value to the console. So here I can say console dot write line, console dot write line, and then I need to put a pair of parentheses, and inside the parentheses I can just type in here, for example, this is my this is my computer name, right? Colon. And now I can actually refer to the name of this variable. I told you that in order to access the value of a variable, we just need to refer to the name of that variable. So now I want to access this iMac value, right? Here I just need to refer to the name of this variable computer name. So here I can say, actually I need to put a pair of curly braces here. This is very important that we put a pair of curly braces. And inside the curly braces, I can just type in here computer name, right? And now at the end of our statement, we just need to put a semicolon. But as you can see, we have an error here. It's not gonna work. Why? Because we did not put a $sign here before these quotes here. Because we want to actually use string interpolation here, because we want to access the value of our variable and we want to interpolate this string value with the value of our variable, we must put a $sign here before these quotes here, right? So this is very important. We must put $sign. If you want to actually use string interpolation, we must use a $sign, and then we put 2 double quotes, and then for example we put a string value. For example, this is my computer name colon, and because I want to access the value of this variable computer name here, I put 2 curly braces here, and then I just refer to the name of this variable computer name. So let me actually delete this value again here. And now you can see that if I actually just type in here computer name, the autocomplete feature of Visual Studio is actually helping me to access this variable name that we created here inside this main method and in the line 14. So this is the name, and I just need to press an enter key on my keyboard. So now, as you can see, we have accessed this computer name variable, and we can access the iMac. So it is very important that you put $sign if you want to actually use string interpolation, if you want to actually concatenate your values together. So you can see that we are using the value of a variable. So let's run our application. So just hold the control key on your keyboard and then press an F5 key on your keyboard. And now it's gonna actually run our application. So let's wait a little bit here. So now as you can see, this is our console, this is our terminal actually, and here we can see this is my computer name iMac. So you can see that we successfully managed to access the value of the variable computer name. So the name is iMac. So you can see this value here, iMac. So I think that's enough for this tutorial, but we can actually create other examples. So here, instead of computer name, I can actually create another variable. So again, I need to create a variable. So the data type here is going to be string, and the name of my variable this time is going to be, for example, mobile name, right? Mobile name. Assignment operator, again, because we want to assign a value of type string, we must put 2 quotes, and inside the quotes, I can say, for example, iPhone 5S, for example. And at the end of our statement, we just need to put a semicolon here. So as you can see, we have a variable mobile name, and now I can just type in here console dot write line, and inside the parentheses, again, because we want to use string interpolation and we want to interpolate our string value with the value of this variable, we must put a $sign here, and then we put 2 quotes, and inside the quotes I can say this is my mobile name colon, and then here I just need to put a pair of curly braces because I want to access the value of this mobile name variable. So I must actually put 2 curly braces here, and inside the curly braces I can refer to the name of this variable mobile name. And finally, at the end of our statement, we need to put a semicolon here. So let's run our application. So hold the control key on your keyboard down and then press on F5 key on your keyboard. So you can see the output here, right? And it says, this is my mobile name, iPhone 5S. So hopefully you get the idea, and now you can actually figure out what's going on here. Thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions about the concepts that I taught you in this lesson, please post the discussion in the course, and then I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.